60s ago. Well, we're about to get on. This is like a whole special event for the celebration. These trains. Mostly like San Francisco down to San Jose, so it does go up the coast for like, it's like commuter rail train. Yeah.
Please have your Clipper card, mobile phone, or ticket ready for inspection. Customers without a valid fare will receive a notice of violation. Thank you for your cooperation. In the event of an emergency, please stay seated and listen carefully to the instructions from the train crew or emergency responders. If you are instructed to use an emergency exit, use caution and walk to the side of the tracks at least 15 feet from the closest rail. South San Francisco. Caution! The doors are about to close. For your safety, please stay clear of the doors and hold on. Caution! The doors are about to close. For your safety, please stay clear of the doors and hold on. Next stop, South San Francisco.
Alcohol or
Yeah, too much.
yeah.
It is good stuff. That's good. What? Is this the spicy one?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
It's so spicy, but I like it. This was the spicy one, but it's not as spicy. But I like it.
Wow.
Next stop, Hayward Park. This is southbound local train 620, making all stops to San Jose Diridon. Next stop, California Avenue.
Essa daqui é da Universidade.
Can we get out first?
Walking in the street. Wait, we're little people. Dad, guys, look at it.
Oh, this is the one that with the broken door. Oh
Then you go to Mobile.
Okay, you better be careful when the train goes. It's pretty stable.
For your safety, please stay clear of the doors and hold on.
The cow train will never stop at this time.
It's so quiet, right?
So quiet. So quiet.
Next stop, California Avenue. Please take a moment to review the safety exit plan posted on the wall of each car. This plan outlines The doors are about to close. For your safety, please stay clear of the doors and hold on. Now approaching train. Please be prepared to exit when the train comes to a complete stop and the doors open. Check around your seat and the overhead luggage rack for your personal belongings and dispose of all trash. Watch your step when leaving the train, and on behalf of our entire crew,